Watch him! Put a body on him! Get on Jay! Pump it!
Hey, yo, right here, right here!
Hey, who bed is it?
Oh.
Knock it down! I see him! What's the foul? Hey, yo, get on Jay! Shut up! You got it! Come get it! Jay! Shot! Hey, yo, right here! Yo, get it up! Who got Jay? Help out on Jay! And the foul! Hey, balance it out! Hand up on Jay! Thank you! Finish that! Yo, Jay! Hey, who got him? Way to grab it! Help out on Jay! Take!
Pause the ball, man.
Right here! Hey! Get on Jay! I got ball right here! Hey, good boy! That's boy!
Well, as we know, the NBA is halted, but in 2K, the games go on in My Player Nation. And you guys have represented your teams so well. Here's a look at how the season is wrapping up.
The My Player Nation finals are here. It's come down to the top 2 teams.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, folks, coming up.
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their fans here tonight. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Saturday afternoon presentation of NBA basketball. Right here on 2. And here at the midway point of the season, the perfect time to check out the rookie rankings. Who will be the NBA Rookie of the Year? Some great young players. Ellie, and with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First up.
Well, if you ask Carl Anthony.
Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. Many both teams coming into tonight red hot. A lot of people are looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who's going to dictate pace and who can make shots in the painted area when the shot breaks down from the three-point line.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Downs is out there with James Johnson. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's George in at the 2. Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
The pass to Okogie. Russell against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Bounce pass, Russell. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And he makes that one.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And a foul called on Minnesota.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Russell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. For 3, Okogie. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Towns comes with a double team. Pass to George. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Count that bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Jackson is doubled and stolen by Russell.
Stolen by Russell.
To the middle. Here's Okogie. Throws down the breakaway jam.
How about the D there by Russell? Just using that 6'9" wingspan to jack the ball loose and kicks it up off the fast break.
Jackson throws it down home.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
It just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
George looking around. A three-pointer is right on target.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
And it's in there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside Leonard. The shot, no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Russell. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Jackson passes to Harrell. Kicks it to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
Gotta get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And that's what you want to see more of from James Johnson, being authoritative at the rim.
From deep, George, and another 3 for the Clippers.
That kick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Leonard looking around. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Pass to Okogie. Leonard with the steal. Outside Jackson. Inside. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And George hits the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So it's the Timberwolves now. They lead by 4.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
Passes to George. Timberwolves on defense. To the inside. Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout, and now they're well positioned into the future.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
And it's Russell in the corner. Here's Mensah. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
Some news now about Shea. He was named Player of the Month for the first time in his terrific young career. Easy to see why when you look at his numbers.
Man, the way he attacked all month long and led his team to victories can't be ignored. And the NBA got it right in naming Shea Player of the Month. Hard to argue with that decision.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A shot. They grab their own miss. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. Coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch.
Just a sec, guys.
This guy can do it all.
And he makes the first. Los Angeles shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
One shot.
A free throw off from Harrell.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got James Johnson. He's out there with Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Russell in at the 2 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he takes his role in so many ways.
Morris with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. Jackson misses. Timberwolves leading by 4. Johnson, the pass to Russell. The Timberwolves working the ball around. Here's Mensah. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. To the left wing. There's Okogie. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Here's Mensah. Another miss by Minnesota.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your system. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
Mensah guarded by Jackson. Outside, Towns. Here's Okogie. He has 5. Here's Mensah. Buries the long-range jumper. 11 points in the game. And not sure if you saw the news, but Shea has once again been named Rookie of the Month. Wow. Rookie of the Month. What a rookie season, Greg.
Well, when you win multiple Rookie of the Month awards, you are on the fast track to some hardware at the end of the year. Great season from Jay, and he's earned the recognition he's getting.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4.
Towns against Jackson, and the rejection by Towns.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Clippers trail by 6. Here's George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Now Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. And there's the pass to George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Mensah, guarded by Jackson. Offensive rebound. Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg just keeps swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers. His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
And the Clippers have possession. They trail by 6. Morris finds George. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Harrell missing. Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Mensah, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Towns. It's good from long range. And now a 9-point Minnesota lead.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. George, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Mensah, guarded by Jackson. Shouts it up top. The high post shot. Good on the jump shot. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
James Johnson can give you a little bit of everything, this time with the quick catch and fire.
And here's Jackson. He's got 7.
That's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Landry Shamet checked in for Los Angeles. Outside Jackson for the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Count it. He's got 13.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 9 points.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment.
5 seconds left in the first half. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl-Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl-Anthony. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And Harrell's in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. A 12-point game. They host the Spurs after this one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Leonard, no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Towns, high post. Okogie inside the 3-point line. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Okogie's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And they pick up 2.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And good that time.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Clippers trail by 16. Now here's Jackson. He's got 9. With the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Jackson's got 11 points.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. Quick floater over the top.
That's to Towns. Towns is doubled. Passes it to Okogie. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Johnson. That one doesn't drop. Great that time from Leonard. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Great pass to set up the layup. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Leonard, the pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. There's the pass to Okogie. He tries for 3. But they get it there. Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
That 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Well, we've seen it before. We're certainly seeing it right now, Smitty. The super team phenomena. Is there anything the league can or should do about that?
What I think they can do is being able to allow players to sign a longer-term deal. If a guy is, I would say, under contract for 6, 7, 8 years, then you won't see as much movement. But if you have these guys who are making so much money off the course from their endorsements, they're going to keep signing shorter deals, so they'll have the leverage to be able to move.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one. And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Leonard. Ball's knocked loose. And they're pushing it up. Here's Mensah. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy goals.
Jackson misses.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Here's Mensah. Minnesota calls timeout.
Guard it.
Recognize a player who has been incredible lately, and it's earned him Western Conference Player of the Month.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
And George, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one is on Towns. At the line.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Russell dishes to Towns. Down low. Here's Mensah. The shot, no good. Empty that time from Leonard. You look at George with all the eyes, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Timberwolves leading by 14. It's hauled in by Zubac. George against Russell. Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got 15.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Outside, Towns. Here's Mensah. Pass to Russell. To the left side wing. Here's a Kogi. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That would allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
All right, David, a welcome change. Thank you.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard.
Here's Harrell. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break with a 10-point lead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. We've got Beasley, and it's Evans in at the 2. Here's Shamet. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. And it's Harrell missing. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Evans. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those 1 or 2 player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
Harrell with it. 5 to shoot. Oh, that's blocked.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
George has a 2-pointer, and the jumper is on the mark. George has got 17 now, just in the second half.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
It's hauled in by Beverly. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Clippers trail by 13. Outside, George. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Shoots. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Towns against Beverly. Passes it to Harrell. Count that one.
Credit Harrell. He uses his body to protect the ball when going up in tight quarters.
Mensah guarded by Jackson. Now the pass to Johnson. Here's Okogie. Over to the left wing. Mensah. The Clippers grab the miss. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And here's George for 3. That shot, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's Beasley on the wing. Here's Mensah. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
George, no good. Timberwolves leading by 11. Johnson kicks to Beasley. Back to Johnson. Here's Mensah. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Poked away. And now the Timberwolves on the break. On up the court. Okogie missing.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
And the Timberwolves call time.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
Minnesota leads by 9. Mensah, guarded by Jackson. Beasley with it. Clean look. Another miss by Minnesota.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area.
Okogie for 3.
And the shooting percentage, it's taken a dip in this second half.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone.
You love to see it. Biggs giving that kind of effort. Johnson running the floor with energy. He'll do anything to help his team.
Clippers trail by 11. Another steal.
Right here, baby.
Here's Mensah. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 6 points for Beasley.
Gorgeous reverse. Terrific body control in traffic.
Now George lets it fly. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And they're moving it up. Looking to get back on track here. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Loads it up there for Harrell. It's stolen by Johnson. He's got a clear path ahead. Here's Okogie. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris has got his 5th rebound in this one. In the corner, George with it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's now 33 points for George.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
What's the roll?
Towns against Harrell. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And just 1 day left, folks. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to cast your vote for this year's All-Stars.
And you won't have to wait much longer to see which players ultimately get that nod.
You look at George. He's among the top 10 in the voting in the Western Conference. The fans rewarding him for a tremendous season so far.
And I'm sure he's grateful for that. But, Kevin, I know what he really wants is a spot in that starting lineup.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. And both free throws good for Paul George.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit. Getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And stolen by Harrell. And now the Clippers on the break. Up the floor. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Morris.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Mensah covered by Morris. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Clippers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. George takes a 2-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And so he makes both from the line.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Back to Jackson. From downtown. Minnesota with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Back to Towns, to the middle. And the basket by Okogie.
Timeout.
And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Jackson kicks to Leonard.
Get there.
It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's now 17 points for Kawhi Leonard.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything. It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second. Yo, man up on PG!
Here's George, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And the Timberwolves call time. Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Minnesota leading by 12. Mensah, he's guarded by Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 30.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Now, here's George. Not a lot of room. And the rejection by Towns. Okogie, the pass to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. Leonard with the steal. Out that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Lou Williams. Russell against Williams. Mensah, defended by George. Just 5 to shoot. Throws it up high.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. And Harrell slams it in.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
And Morris comes over to help. For 3, Okogie. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so taking a look at their record and picking up tonight. He wins on the year now.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards, Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
And it's just 3-1.
Six seconds left in the fourth quarter.
No, Williams, shoot it. Shoot it.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll be for Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey, Jay, need you to do some press.
Okay, cool.
Great. Just take your time. Stop by when you're done.
See you in a sec.
Thanks.
There's a few in a row for Chain Company, and they're starting to get into a nice little rhythm here.
Feeling the flow.
You know they're feeling good just by looking at their body language. They seem loose, like they're having a great time, and sure, some of that comes from the winning itself, but you've got to give credit to the coaching staff. They're doing a phenomenal job with these guys.
We got the GOAT coach, Hank.
Lofty praise for him. I'm not sure I'm willing to go that far, but you know what? It's hard not to be impressed with the job the entire staff has done with this team. But what do you guys think? Do we have the best coaching staff in all of the league? Give us a call. We'll get into it after we play some tunes for you. Stick around and talk more hoops on Hank and the Hornet, 98.9 The Flex.
Get hip or get stoned.
Congrats on your first player of the month, Chad.
My man Ted, I appreciate that, brother.
What do you think's been the key to your hot streak?
Playing free, man. Not thinking too much. When I let the game come to me, I can accomplish a lot.
So it's like a Zen thing?
Yeah, man. Kinda. At the end of the day, look, it's a game. So you gotta go out there and have some fun. Well, at least I do. It's the only way I know how to play. You heard?
Lame ass motherfucker. You're welcome, guys. You are very, very welcome.